Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So excited to be here with you guys tonight for the Seek God Slay Goals website launch and podcast launch live stream party. I am Felicia L. Henry. I'm the founder of Seek God Slay Goals, and I'm excited tonight. We have some of our podcast guests. They are going to come on a little later and share with you guys. We're going to do some trivia also. But before we get into the actual launch and all of those fun things, I do want to just spend a moment to talk about some of the things that have been going on in our community and in the world with the death of George Floyd and the others who have lost their lives to police brutality. Just so those of you who know where we stand, we stand in support of the people who are protesting, to the people who are donating, because we do believe that Black Lives Matter. And so that is where we stand. And so for a moment, we just want to recognize and acknowledge and just say the names of all of those people who have lost their lives. This is not an exhaustive list, but we just want to recognize them for a moment, starting with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Tatiana Jefferson, Jonathan Farrell, Renisha McBride, Stephon Clark, Jordan Edwards, Jordan Davis, Alton Sterling, Ayanna Jones, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice, the Charleston Nine, Trayvon Martin, Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Corey Jones, John Crawford, Terrence Crutcher, Keith Scott, Clifford Glover, Claude Reese, Randy Evans, Yvonne Smallwood, Amadou Diallo, Walter Scott, Eric Garner, and Freddie Gray. We do not support police brutality, and we are standing with our brothers and sisters in the fight for justice and for equality. And so for a moment, we want to have a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives to police brutality. So thank you for joining me in that moment of silence, and our prayers, thoughts, and well wishes are with those who, the families of those who have lost their lives. And so I appreciate you for standing with us in this matter. So as we move on to what we are here for today, our launch for the website and for the podcast. Seek God Slay Goals has been around for some time, and we have just now launched our website, and I'm excited about that. The website is now going to kind of be the hub for where we are going to share our information. And so I'm going to do a screen share so you guys can see the website. Y'all are seeing it first. So our new website is seekgodslaygoals.com. So let me just pull this up for you guys, and I'm very excited about the design. So I did our website, and it just really has all of the information. If anybody is not a part of the community and you are interested in joining the community, you'll be able to do that through our website. And this is really just going to be our hub where the information is going to be shared. So let me share my screen. So here is, now I know you guys can't really see in full detail, but this is the homepage for our new website, Seek God Slay Goals, and it is a Christian lifestyle brand where we are helping millennial women enhance their health. And so we are helping them to enhance their health in these 4 areas. And this is all on our homepage: their spiritual health, emotional health, economic health, and physical health. This here talks about our community and how you can join our community. This is a quote from me: Seek God, Slay Goals. It's a lifestyle. And also, you can reach our podcast from our website as well. So the podcast is live, and we're going to talk about that later. But if you don't have iTunes and if you don't have Spotify, which is where the podcast is live right now, if you don't have those, you can listen in from our website as well. So that's the homepage. And then here on the About Us page, this just talks about the different areas that we focus on. So spiritual health, again, emotional health, and we have scriptures to kind of align with each area: our economic health and our physical health. And then this here is our podcast. If you're wanting to listen to the podcast, you can come here, seekgodslaygoals.com/podcast. And when you all are listening right now, we have 3 episodes up, and we'll talk about that later. But please, when you're listening, make sure that you subscribe, that you rate it, and that you review the podcast. It would be greatly appreciated. And then here, if you want to join, there's a couple of options here. So you can join the community, which is our Facebook group. And if you click join, you'll be taken to the Facebook group where you can join. And then we have just here some testimonials from some of our members who are already a part of the Facebook group. So you all can come on and read some of those testimonials. The other option for join is the champion program, and you all have you might have heard me talk about this a couple of weeks ago. But if you are interested in becoming more involved with our community, champions are Christian women who love the mission of Seek God, Slay Goals, and are willing to champion the cause by intentionally supporting and spreading the word. And so, as a champion, you're responsible for a 6-month term. You're responsible to share at least 1 post per week on social media and to consistently contribute to the dialogue in our community. The perks associated with it are interview opportunities, profile on the website, 30% discount on apparel, and also referral rewards. Okay, if you want to contact us, we have a contact page. You can contact us directly from the website. And then also we have a shop page. Right now we have our signature t-shirts on sale. You all might have seen me wearing this before, but this is our signature t-shirt with the white and metallic gold lettering. So that's available. And then we also do have more designs that will be coming out shortly. And then make sure you guys are also following us on social media. We are on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Instagram, and then we also have a YouTube page as well. And so you can find that also here on the homepage of the website. So that is the website. I'm super excited about that. So you guys can just go to the page, seekgodslaygoals.com, if you want to, check out the website and join, support, whatever. Or if you have questions, you can do it through our website. So that is the website. Now let's talk about the podcast. So the podcast is live. I'm excited. I'll talk more about how it kind of came about as our guests come on. But right now we have 3 episodes that are live. So the first episode is an intro episode where I kind of just talk about, why I started the podcast and what to expect from the podcast. And then the next episode is an interview with my sister, Rachel, and she's talking about hope in the midst of crisis. And so she's going to come on in a little bit to talk about her episode. And then there's also a solo episode that I did that talks about desire and discipline and how your discipline can affect your destiny. So those are the episodes that are live now. So go ahead and listen. So now I want to bring on my pastor, Pastor Brian Pittman. We recorded his episode already. I think this past weekend. In his episode, we're talking about leadership. And so in a week or so, his episode will be live. So I'm going to bring him on now so we can chat it up a little bit about his episode. Pastor Brian.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Hallelujah.
So churchy.
Glory to God. I'm so proud of
How
you. The
are you?
website is banging.
Thank
My
you.
God. Jesus. It
Thank
was
you.
very good. Very, very good. I think I seen my wife on one of the things. I ask you about it when we get done.
Well, we're gonna
Kidding.
pray about that. We're gonna pray that the Lord sends your wife. Hallelujah.
Bless you.
So
Thanks for having me back on, though.
yes, of course. So we recorded your podcast episode the other day and we talked about leadership and we
Yes.
talked about leading with maturity. So do you want to, just share a little bit about just your overall thoughts about leadership and why it's important to lead with maturity?
Why is it important to leave with authority?
Maturity.
Maturity. Sorry. Yeah, but before we get into that, can I say how proud I am of what you're doing and this whole concept of seek God, slay goals, man. That is just a wonderful thing, man. I am so godly proud of you, man. And I pray God's best over this. And I know that God in this season that God is going to do some phenomenal things through you and through this ministry. That's what I'm going to call it that you have going on, man. And I'm just believing. I believe that it's going to expand this year. I believe that more people is going to be drawn to what you're doing and watching what you're doing and supporting what you're doing in this season. I just see a season of open doors. I just see that, and I wanted to encourage you. Keep on doing what you're doing. This is dope. I mean, I came on. I was things that I was backstage. I said, "My God, come on, Zion!" But leading
I
with
appreciate that. Thank you.
I love you so much. Leading with maturity, I mean, I don't think you cannot be a good leader and be immature. We know that because it takes a certain amount of tough skin and a certain amount of experience and a certain amount of growth to deal with other people's burdens and other people's emotions and because when you deal with people who are dealing with life, when life is happening with people gonna bleed on you, and they bleed on you by blaming you. They bleed on you by using you. They bleed leaders. Man, we go through I'm going to call it torture, but it really is a torture of blessing. But we go through the struggle of having to deal with people who are bleeding and the people who are in pain. And sometimes, if you're not mature, you will mistake their bleeding for offense, right? And you are sent to lead, and you're sent, and because you're a leader, your job is to help people heal. Your job is to help sick people get back to being whole. And sometimes that takes you taking the blunt of their unhealthiness. So yeah, very important.
Yeah, that's good. Our episode, so I will say your episode is the longest episode so far.
Was it? My
So
God. Well,
far,
it was good. Go watch it.
but it was so good. It's so good. Yo, I was kind of taking notes, and so he's talking, and I guess he was waiting for responses, and I wasn't really responding because I'm just sitting and kind of taking notes and marinating on what was said. So guys, definitely tune in a couple of weeks. The flyer and
Yeah.
everything will go out for when his episode is released.
Yeah.
Definitely want to hone in on your leadership skills. And so I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing the
Thank you.
episode, for being here for our live stream launch party.
Thank
And
you.
maybe we'll have you come in and do a teaching or something.
I would love to. Thank you so much, Felicia. Again, I'm proud of you and congratulations on the website reveal. Yeah.
Thank you.
I love you. Good night.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yay. That was my pastor, y'all. He's the pastor of Kingdom Culture Church in Chester, PA. And we do have service virtually right now. So, if you guys want to check out our services, uh, you can do that. Kingdom Culture Church on Facebook, and then the website is kcclife.com. I just want to let all my guests know that I can see you all in the background. So, Rachel Hope Henry. But right now, I'm going to bring on I'm going to bring on our next podcast guest, who is Rachel Hannibal. And Rachel,
You did that on purpose.
I did. Ooh, so Rachel, oh my goodness, y'all, this is my friend, my sister. We call each other twin. Um, Man, one of my biggest supporters for literally everything that I've done. And I just love her. And so she did a podcast episode. Uh, so Rachel is a financial coach. And so we were talking about finances during her episode, but we talked and we're actually going to do like a special broadcast about accountability just because we're accountability partners. And I told her the other day that so let me just back up. Last year, maybe what, like November, I think, November or December last year, I told her, that we were going to start a podcast. And I said, okay, I'm going to launch it in April of next year. Rachel's like, why you got to wait that long? You can launch it in December. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I'm going to give myself some time. It took us a little longer. But really the podcast happened because I told her about it and she was holding me accountable. She was asking me what's going on with the podcast, what's happening. And had she not done that, y'all, I promise you, this podcast would not be here because it was a lot. I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces to it. And, I just have a lot of other things going on. And I talk about this a little bit in the intro episode about what reservations I had about starting the podcast. So y'all go listen to the intro episode. I'm not going to tell you now. So Rachel, how
Yeah,
are you?
I'm unstoppable. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. So you want to tell us a little bit about, well, you can share whatever you want to share, but tell us a little bit about your podcast episode. And of course share your information with everybody.
I'm glad you said I can share whatever I want to share because I was like, I'm gonna put these glasses on to make sure I don't look like you, and big earrings. I was like, how can we not look alike side by side
Right.
on the screen? But oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, look at this. Here we are. I do remember you texting me and saying that you had that idea, and I was like, and what you gonna do tomorrow about it? And I do remember thinking to myself, I think I'm being too hard on her. But I am so proud of you. This is amazing. And I know this is a party and everything that's going on in our city right now kind of messed up what I wanted to do for our party. But I am sowing a seed into your ministry, Seek God, Slay Goals. I
Oh,
actually was preparing to write a physical check. You know how I feel about the physically, yeah. But I am sowing a seed. I know there are different programs, applications, and equipment and things like that, and I want to make sure that you have what you need. But I definitely want to make sure that you know that I thoroughly appreciate you being in my life, how you've absolutely changed my life. You've changed how I interact with other women. You have changed my relationship with God, and I am so, so proud of you. And I thank you for just being you. And so I wanted to do something for you for our party, honey. The website looks amazing. It looks
thank
so
you. I was
beautiful.
so excited about the website.
So I was
But you
like,
know
if
what?
I
They have
write
me
her,
crying on here.
I was like, if I write her a physical check, she has to come to. I have to see her.
That's true.
Like we need excuses to see each other. But yeah, I'm ridiculously proud of you. I think you already know that now. But it was so funny during our episode because, and you guys will hear it, but I told a story I never told before, just about a pivotal moment in my financial journey, just towards financial freedom, and just those aha moments, those things that you remember that kind of just changes, shifts your whole mindset, and just unlock some doors up there. And so it was really weird sharing that story. I'm like, I've never told this story before. So I was like, exclusive. But yeah, like just being able to just share just what the information our people need, like right now. Like, how are we going to get through all these uncertain times when it comes to our finances? Unfortunately, there are going to be some people who are going to come out of this on top, and they're going to be on standing on top of the people who have lost a lot. And then there's going to be some people who are going to come out of this, and things are never going to be the same for them financially. And so I was excited about just the opportunity to be able to share any type of tips and tool information that I have on just how we can do things day by day, just small steps that we can take day by day, to just get ourselves to where we need on the road to financial freedom. And so thank you for the opportunity to share. And I can't wait until we do our accountability portion, because I think we should tell our story.
Yeah.
People ask me, and I don't know if people ask you, but people ask me, and I'm like, we should probably tell like how God orchestrated for us to cross paths, and how just like divine it's just been since then, on every level, like,
Yeah.
business, personal, everything. And so I'm excited. I can't wait to have our one-on-one, and I'm so proud of you. I love you. Hey.
Ew. Listen, Rachel always trying to have me out here crying out in these streets, and I can't be doing it. We're not doing it today. But
Don't
no, I
cry.
love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the seed, and that's about to come full circle. You'll see in a second. But yeah, I just, I don't have a whole lot to say today. I'm just appreciative of everybody that's been supportive. Shayla, I see you're on. Thank you so much, Shayla. Corey, I see you're on. Thank you so much, Corey. You know, I don't have much to say. Just thank you. Rachel's episode will be live in a couple of weeks. So make sure you're following us on social media so you can see when the episodes go live. So then share just your contact information, because even in the meantime, I still want people to be able to get in contact with you for what you do.
So I'm a personal finance coach, and I'm the author of Amber's Magical Savings Box, which is an interactive children's book. It teaches kids about earning and saving money. It's available on all platforms: Target, Walmart, Amazon, Barnes and Noble. But I'm to book a session or to request a one-on-one session, you can go to rachelhannibal.com, RACHALHANIBLE. And also on social media, we have Finance Friday parties, and they are amazing. We've been doing it every Friday for over a year. So you can follow me on Instagram, which is Pep Talks, all one word, Pep Talks _. You can follow me there, where I'm giving out finance tips every Friday, or on Facebook, it's just Rachel Hannibal. So I love to connect and be able to share my tips and information with as many people as possible.
Awesome. And Rachel is for the people. She's been doing this forever. So y'all get with her and what she's doing, and be on the lookout for our episodes. When I love you. Thank you
Love you
so
too.
much. And I'm going to, probably text you after this.
I'm busy. I'm
You're
busy
right.
listening to a podcast.
Right. Okay. Leave a review. Make sure you leave a review.
See you.
Bye. Oh man, so we had my pastor on. His episode is coming up soon. Rachel Hannibal's episode is coming up soon. So before we bring our next podcast guest on, we're going to do something a little bit fun. We're going to do a little bit of Seek God Slay Goals trivia with one of our community members, and I'm going to bring her on in a second. But Tia, that's her name. Tia has recently joined the community. She's a fairly newer member, but she has been so supportive and just engaged and involved with the community. And when I asked about doing this trivia, she raised her hand. And so I'm appreciative of her being an engaged member of our community. So, hi, Tia.
Hey, Felicia, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hyped. Like watching everybody else get hyped, it hypes you up. So
Right.
I'm excited for this and I'm happy for you.
I am super excited and so glad to have you here. Before we get into the trivia, tell the people a little bit about what it is you do. I see your hashtag, so tell people what that's all about and what you're doing.
I am a full-time missionary getting ready to serve in Japan long term. God gave me the call a couple of years ago. And as a Black missionary, it is much harder for us to raise support and raise the awareness of the need for more African American, I shouldn't even just say African American, Black American missionaries. There is a dire need for more Black American missionaries. So part of what I do is spread the awareness of the need for missionaries while also simultaneously trying to raise support. The T-shirt I have on is one of my fundraisers for the month of June. I have two T-shirts available, but for Black missionaries, and not just support from like, unfortunately, I'll say it this way: we get a support from white communities. We need more support from our community. They know what we're going through emotionally. They know what we're going through financially. So trying to raise the awareness in Black communities of the need for more Black American missionaries.
That's awesome. And I'm getting my t-shirt this weekend. And then, so share a little bit about where people can go to get the t-shirt and how they can support.
So the t-shirt, I support Black owned businesses. So my t-shirt was custom designed by this custom apparel group called Miss Intentional Custom Apparel. And if you just go to missintentional.com, you can get them on there. But it's the hashtag is on my page is missintentional.com/she rocks. I'm their She Rocks feature for the month of June. And every month they'll be featuring another African American female that is either a business owner or doing some type of charity. But for the month of June, I'm Miss She Rocks. So if you go to missintentional.com/she rocks, you'll find the shirts there.
And we're going to post that on our page as well, so people can just have the link. So that is amazing what you're doing. And, I'm going to support as best I can.
Thank you.
I mean, to be honest, I've never met a full-time missionary. So I just think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's get into this trivia. We're only going to do 5 questions, guys. But if you want to kind of play along and answer in the comments, you can do that as well. But it's just for fun. I'll just say it's just for fun for now. So let's go with our first question. We just launched the website, so we know that we've been in existence for some time. And we started out with our Facebook group as our hub, our community. So what year did we start our Facebook group?
So, though I just joined myself, my cousin Andrea has been part of your community. And I want to say 2016.
Yes, that is correct. And shout out to my cousin Andrea. She's another supportive,
Yes.
engaged member of the community, always, commenting and sharing information. So shout out to her as well. But yes, we started our Facebook group in 2016. And that's all it really was. I didn't even know why I was starting this Facebook group. We even closed it down for some time because I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And then we reopened it, but we officially opened it in 2016. So we literally have been out here for about 4 years now. So that kind of blew my mind when I thought about that.
When Andrea invited me, I was like, I need a community of women that are seeking God and slaying goals, literally what it says. And it's funny because I had just written a spoken word piece about slaying goals as you seek God. I had just finished it. And she sent me the invite the next day. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow, that's decent. Awesome. So, okay, next question. What city, I know you know this one.
Yeah, I'm about to
in the group.
Jump high.
What city is most of our group members from?
So I am a Philly girl. I may be in Atlanta, but I'm a Philly girl now. My cousin Andrea, who invited me, is a Philly girl. Your pastor said Chester, which is near Philly. So I'm going to say Philly.
Yes, Philly. We have the most members from Philly. Of course, that's where I'm from. So most of the people are from Philadelphia. But when I actually looked at our group data, our group analytics, most of our members were from these cities. Philadelphia, these are in order from most to least. Philadelphia, Chester, PA, London, UK,
Whoa.
New York, New York, Chicago, Illinois, Baltimore, Maryland, Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Oh, it's a lot of Texans. Fort Worth, Dallas, and Houston, Texas, and then Kingston, Jamaica. So we have people in our community from all
That's
over. Literally,
amazing.
we have a global community. So y'all come on over, join the community. I'm sure you can find somebody in there that you can connect with. It's all about making yourself present and available and being engaged. So now this one, the next question, I'm not sure if you're going to know because this was before you joined, but who was the host of the Slay Goals interview series in 2018?
I'm gonna say I don't know that one.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to know that one. But back in 2018, I was just, I wanted a little break. So we brought somebody in to host the Slay Goals interview series. And I actually did uh, I guess like an open call for people to submit their applications. And I
Mhm.
said, be creative with your application. And we got a couple, and this one application, she did like this spoken word rap type of audition thing, and I was like, oh, this is so dope, this is very creative. And so she ended up being our host for the season. Her name is Ty Scott King. She is dope, she's amazing, she's an artist, poet, into media and things like that. And so you guys make sure you check her out. She also is involved, I think they were live, I don't know if it was 8 or 7 o'clock, but Christian Ladies United. She has a group of her own as well. So make sure you guys go check her out. And I think her website is tyscottking.com. But she's an amazing individual. She's based out in California, but she stepped in and she was an amazing host for the Slay Goals interview series, for one of our seasons back in 2018. So next
Nice.
question. Now I know you know this one. What four areas of health is Seek God Slay Goals now focused on?
You just covered this, and I read it on our community page. So it's emotional, spiritual, um, physical, and economical.
Yes, that's right. Those are the four areas. And this is very new for us, during the pandemic. So prior to pandemic, we didn't have a very specific focus. We were just, a community, helping millennial women seek God and slay goals, really.
Mhm.
But during the pandemic, I spent some time in prayer, and God was just really pressing on my heart to do something with the community. And so after some time, those are the four areas that He gave me that we should be focusing on. And I think it's a very holistic approach. It's very necessary and needed for the times that we are in. And so I am super excited about the things that we have coming down the pipeline that are going to focus on all of those different areas. So that was, yes, you got that correct. Now, this is the last question. Last question. So every week we have Bible study in our community. What has been the most recent theme for the Bible studies?
Obedience,
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
obedience, obedience.
Yes. So we've talked about quick obedience. We've talked about radical obedience. And it
Hmm.
was another one that honestly I can't even remember at the moment. But we had 3 weeks where we were talking about obedience. And so, yes, you got that correct. So if you guys want to come in, join us for Bible study. We do
Yeah.
Bible study every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the
Mhm.
Bible studies are not long, they're literally like 30 minutes. So come on in. So, for you just being a supportive, engaged community member. I support what you are doing. And so I wanted
Thank you,
Rachel
sis.
earlier, she said she was sowing a seed into us, which was funny because I had plans to sow a seed into you. And so I'm going to be donating $100 to you. You can do, if you want to put it towards your cause, if you want
Oh,
to use it for personal use, whatever you want to do. I'm sowing a seed into you. So it pays to be engaged, y'all. It pays to be
Thank
engaged. But
you.
no, literally, because I do, I really truly believe in what you're doing,
Thank
and I
you.
appreciate you being a supportive member of the community. So, over the weekend, I'll be in touch with you about that. But thank you so much for,
Thank you.
being a
It has
good
been a
sport.
blessing being part of your community. I feel encouraged and uplifted every day.
I'm so glad.
Every day.
Amen. So thank you for coming on, and we'll have to maybe get you on for one of the interview series so you can talk
Cool.
more about your missionary work or whatever. But I'll make sure I'll share your link on our page before the week is out so people can get your t-shirt. So thank you so much, and I'll be
Thank
talking to you
you.
soon.
Thank you, and God bless you.
You too. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. And so I see my last podcast guest. She's ready to go. This has been fun. This is our website and podcast launch party. We couldn't have a real live launch party because of COVID. But we're still celebrating. And I thought about canceling just with everything that's going on. But I think we just need some encouragement and some light, something light right now. So we are going to bring on our last podcast guest. And this is my
Hey,
sister, Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
let me tell you about what you were seeing as I was backstage. I didn't realize that I hold my head to the side so much. And I was like, how can I get it just to sit straight? Like, I just need to sit up straight. And then I was like, oh, I should start off with a nice screen. Then I was like, oh, mommy might come into my room and see there's something wrong. It was a lot happening back here. And I was like, let me just get it together.
Get it
But
together.
congratulations on the podcast. It's inspiring to see you every day just put the work in and do what it is that you feel God has called you to do. And it takes discipline, it takes commitment, it takes work. And I've been able to have a front row seat to that. Sometimes I'm like, yo, can you do this? And you're like, no. And now I understand that no, because you have to be committed to getting that thing accomplished. So I'm very proud. I'm very happy to see it all come to pass. And the website looks great.
Oh, thank you. Okay, the other Rachel now. Well, not the other Rachel, but this Rachel also is trying to make me cry on live stream. It's not happening. Y'all not gonna make me cry. But I appreciate it. It's so funny because Rachel always says that what you say, I'm a pro at saying no. But like
Yes.
she said, I am, I'm just really trying to be focused and getting things done that I have to get done. So I appreciate that. And Rachel's episode is actually live now. Her episode is up, so y'all could go listen to it now. Um, we talked about hope in the midst of crisis and hope. Y'all see her middle name is Hope. And that is really, I thought she was the perfect guest for that because Rachel is just the most hopeful person I really know. Like she is just so positive and just hopeful about life and people. And so I enjoyed doing our episode. So do you want to talk a little bit about the episode and what you shared? Not everything you shared, but little
I think it
snippets.
was I think it was interesting when we did the episode. We were actually talking about the crisis at the time was COVID, and now we're in a whole new crisis of just everything that's happening with George Floyd and just so much need right now for hope. And some of the things we talked about, one of my phrases, "Be the change, create hope, and love beyond." I think the important thing to focus on here is that love beyond piece because we have so many different perspectives and expectations and just things that we're anticipating personally. And our hope comes from trusting God. Our hope is like we want to see God show himself to be true to who he is and show up in our situation. But in our physical, we really have to practice that love and beyond piece because people are on social media going at war with each other, and it's just a need for hope and love. Like love beyond, love those people past their perspective, past their ability to not see our side of our frustrations. And it can go on the different viewpoints, but like if you simply choose to have that little mustard seed of faith, have that hope, and then choose to love it despite of, like, the hope just increases as you go on. Like, you can't focus on the negative. You can address it, you can deal with it, but at the end of the day, we have to train our minds to be hopeful and to be positive, and just to have a certain mentality that things are going to work out, things are going to be okay. And that's really just, it's a choice. It's a choice to have hope. It's a choice to put your trust in God, and that's where we gain our strength from.
That was good. I'm not even gonna say nothing else after that. Y'all just go listen to the podcast episode, okay, and get all the goodness that she was sharing. Cause you just I feel like Rachel's like a thought leader and like a, what's the word? Is it a philosopher? You know, those people like Socrates.
Is that how you see me? Maybe I just got compared to Socrates.
Yes, yes. If anybody knows Rachel in real life, I think they would agree. So she's a very thoughtful leader. But when you listen to the episode, you'll also get to hear a little, some little fun things, some little fun personal things in there as well. So just go listen. It's up live now. You can listen on the website, or again, you can listen on iTunes or Spotify, and just leave a review. Let us know what you think and subscribe so you can know when new episodes are released. So Rachel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know, you're always a number one supporter as well. I'm always coming to ask Rachel her thoughts about things. Should I do this? Should I do that? So I appreciate it, just for always listening to the things that I have to say and the questions that I'm asking. And I love you. Thank you for being
I
here for
love
our
you too. Thank you.
I'll see you soon. So guys, thank you so much. Again, this was our website and our podcast virtual launch party. Our new website is up. You can go check it out, seekgodslaygoals.com. You can join our Facebook community from the website if you are interested in being or serving as a champion for Seek God Slay Goals. That information is also up on the website. And so, yeah, just go listen to the podcast, go to the website. You can listen to the podcast from there or from iTunes or Spotify. Let me know what you think. And before we go, I want to thank you all who tuned in, to the guests who came in, Pastor Brian Pittman, Rachel Hannibal, Rachel Hope Henry, to Tia who came in and participated in our Seek God Slay Goals trivia, everybody who was commenting and you were watching live, Shayla, Corey, Teresa, and everybody else who didn't comment but you're watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting Seek God Slay Goals. And I just want to share, love you too, Shayla. I just want to share, like, guys, we are moving and pushing full steam ahead with what we're doing here with Seek God Slay Goals. So I know we're celebrating our launch, but I'm still also behind the scenes planning. And in July, we are going to have a virtual summit for Seek God Slay Goals, and I am super excited about it. We're really going to be focusing on those 4 areas that we mentioned before: spiritual health, economic health, emotional health, and physical health. And it will be over a couple of days, and I'll be bringing some people in. I'm just excited about that. Again, I didn't really want to do it, and Rachel Hannibal, my accountability partner, she was like, why don't you want to do it? And I told her why, and she was like, just do it. So we're doing it. I tried to talk myself out of it, but I'm also trying to be obedient to what God is telling me to do. So the Seek God Slay Goals virtual summit, it's coming in July, and our theme for the summit is break free. Our theme is break free. So you guys stay tuned for what we are doing. Thank you for joining our live stream launch party. Check out the website, check out the podcast. I love you all. Be safe and have a good night.